Hi friend, I'm Olivia Smith. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel where I share the latest global news every day. You can also read more news on TimeGlitter.com. You can find all the links in the video description below. In case the link isn't working, simply copy and paste the link into your web browser, hit enter, and you're good to go. Now let's jump into today's news. It's going to be historic's EU's flight attendants picket at major airports. Details news. Flight attendants are protesting today at over 30 big airports in the U.S. They're doing this because it's Worldwide Flight Attendant Day of Action. In places like New York City, Orlando, Miami, San Francisco, Charlotte, Washington, D.C., Dallas, Atlanta, Chicago, Boston, Cleveland, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and many other cities, they're holding picket line. About 100,000 flight attendants from 3 different unions are expected to join in. Why are they protesting? Well, most flight attendants from airlines like United Airlines, Southwest Airlines, Alaska Airlines, Air Wisconsin, American Airlines, Omni, and Frontier are in the middle of negotiating new contracts with their unions. The group organizing the protests says that the old way of thinking, where flight attendant jobs were undervalued because of sexism, needs to change. They want fair pay for the time they spend working, retirement security, and more control over their schedules. Last year, over 26,000 flight attendants at American Airlines voted to strike if needed. At Air Wisconsin and Southwest Airlines, almost all the flight attendants who voted were in favor of striking. Doris Millard, who has been a flight attendant at Air Wisconsin for 44 years, says that the pay they receive is not enough to live on. She started working there in 1980 and feels like she's being pushed to either leave her career or continue living with very little money. Flight attendants from United Airlines, represented by the Association of Flight Attendants, Skiway A, asked for help from the government to solve their contract issues in December 2023. They've been protesting a lot because it's taking a long time to sort out their new contract. A spokesperson from United Airlines says that a meeting to talk about the issues with the AFA is scheduled for March 19th. They hope they can figure things out and make a good agreement for the flight attendants. At Alaska Airlines, flight attendants are voting today on whether they should go on strike or not. Melissa Osborne has been a flight attendant for 23 years, working at Alaska Airlines for the last 7. She says that since the 9/11 attacks and the problems airlines faced, like the recent issues with Boeing planes, the contracts for flight attendants have been getting worse. She also mentions that working conditions have become more difficult since the COVID-19 pandemic started, with risks of getting sick and dealing with unruly passengers. Osborne, who works as a flight attendant, talks about the stress they all feel going to work every day. She thinks the company doesn't understand how hard it is for them. She disagrees with Alaska Airlines when they say the union's proposals aren't possible. Osborne points out that Alaska Airlines and others made a lot of money during the pandemic, even giving pilots raises without negotiating contracts. She also mentions Alaska Airlines buying Hawaiian Airlines. She says flight attendants from different airlines and unions are protesting together because they're all facing similar problems and want similar improvements. Osborne got the idea from a women's strike in Iceland, where people from different jobs protested together in 2023. We're all in this together, fighting for better contracts and dealing with the same company responses, she says. This is going to be something historic. It's powerful to show companies that we're united, and we won't back down. In my 23 years in this industry, I've never seen anything like it. Don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, share with others, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.